split squat. There's a number of variations we can do here. I'm going to start from the most basic and work up to the hardest. First one, if you've got balance issues, rehabbing, or you're a beginner, this is the one you want to go to. Notice what I just did there. I step back onto my toes. Big mistake people make is this, and they think they're in the right stance, and then they bring their heel up, and now they've moved forward, and they're getting this movement that's doing this, and a lot of people end up lifting their heel off the floor because they're not in the right position. So to start that off, step one foot back onto the toes, heel up, back nice and straight, chest proud. You're going to drop your back knee towards the floor under control. Pause and back up. Don't lock this leg out. Keep the muscle under tension. If you want to emphasize the glute more, you're going to slightly lean forward and you'll feel the front leg's glute tighten up a bit, and this will put a bit more emphasis on that glute. The next stage would be foot raised, front foot elevated. You're going to put your front foot on a block, a book. I'm using yoga blocks as an example. It's not a great thing because it's a bit soft. But all you're going to do is drop again, same principle. Drop your knee towards the floor. This time there's going to be a greater increase in the angle of this front hip, meaning that this leg's going to work more. Another thing you can do is you can bring the toes of the back foot towards you in an isometric fashion. So in other words, you want to be doing that, but not moving. So you'll feel a tension, keeping that leg going forward and driving up and down. That will give you a bit more bang for buck from that exercise. Lastly, we've got the Bulgarian split squat, and you're going to put your foot on a bench, a kettlebell, blocks, anything to raise yourself up. The height will be determined by your abilities. And again, you can go with your toes up like so. A lot of men will seem to get cramps when they do this. So the other option is to do it like this, toes up. And you're going to drop your knee down towards the floor. And as you do that, you're going to go back slightly. And then you're going to stand up, and you drive up. You're going to drive forward, squeeze the glute on the balancing leg tight. Drop yourself back down and stand back up. Now, like I said, the other option you can do is that. This gives you a bit more depth. We can do this body weight. We can do this loaded with 2 kettlebells or 1 kettlebell in the suitcase position. We can do the same in the rack position, offset or double bell racked. And lastly, we have the tempo. To make things harder, especially if you're in body weight, you can add a tempo in. For example, 1, 2, pause, 3, 1, 1, 2, pause, 3, 2. That's a 2, 1, 2, 0 pause. You know our tempo, you'll notice I went down 2 seconds, paused 1 second, came up 2 seconds, no pause in between transitions of reps. The other option would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, pause, explode up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 second pause, explode up. Before we go, if you've balance issues, you can also use a pole or a bench or a chair, anything to allow you that external stability. And that's going to get you doing the movement. Give it a go.